Hello and welcome, my Capricorns, to your March 2023 forecast. Now, this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Of course, always be sure to check all three so you have a comprehensive and complete look of the month ahead and what you can be expecting. Of course, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Now, this is the whole month of March, Capricorn, so we're going to be looking at what you can expect and how you can best use this energy for your growth, for your highest good and your happiness. And this month really is about your own personal development and well-being. So let's jump into it. We have the Tower, the Two of Coins, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, the Hermit, the Hierophant. Capricorn, this would show me there's been a lot of things, perhaps one thing after the other, that might have been feeling a little overwhelming. Things maybe not be working. And there's a lot of lessons in this. Whenever we have the Tower card, sometimes we can have experiences or a single event that might feel a little bit like, a mess, and that things might be falling apart. But it's really for us to have revelations, to have us to think outside the box, to jump, to recreate ourselves. And this is really what's happening. So if it's a bunch of little fires you're putting out, or you're just feeling overwhelmed, that Two of Coins is just a lot on your plates, Capricorn. And this can be, real things, like job, deadlines, picking up the kids, going to soccer practice, whatever it is. Or it can just feel a lot mentally, like, yes, you have a lot to do in the physical world, but you also have a lot of emotional responsibilities, other things that you have to take care of. And this is where this month you kind of had enough. When you have the Emperor, you're like, that's it. I can't take it. I'm taking control of the situation. I'm going to look at me. What do I need? What do I have to do? How can I get more structured? How can I get more disciplined? What do I got to get things moving, versus feeling a little bit more helpless, like things are coming at you, Capricorn. And I like this. That's the lesson. It's like, me, instead of putting out fires or feeling overwhelmed, no. I need to take control of this train again and figure out which direction I'm putting it in. And I love that for you, Capricorn. You have it with the Knight of Wands and the Hermit. Number one, we all know this about Caps, but you are going to be a lot more fierce and going after your alone time. And this is not just like alone time, like you're home alone, cleaning a kitchen and folding laundry, which is fine. But this is more like that time for your own growth. You might be reading books, learning again. You might be having this sense of epiphany and wonder. That might be going for a hike or a walk in the woods, whatever you need. And when you have that Knight of Wands, it's really going after it passionately, really getting back to who you are, Capricorn, getting back to your needs and your own growth versus being on autopilot. You know what I mean? When you have that Knight of Wands, it's like, you know what? You really need to focus on this now. Like, this is bringing you to attention, and it's important that you get a little adventurous with this alone time in terms of kind of coming back to yourself, coming back to your spirit. We sometimes lose ourselves when we're in relationships, when we have a family, when our job is overwhelming. We lose that part of our spirit, and you're going to go back after that. You might go on a little trip on your own, Capricorn. Say, I'm going to take a little day trip or maybe a weekend trip on my own to just really recalibrate. You have it with the Hierophant. The universe is guiding you back to yourself. You might need to seek out this month, Capricorn, places that spiritually fill you up. Yes, this could be traditional, such as churches, but it can also be sacred places. It can be ashrams. It can be the ocean. It can be the forest. It can be the mountaintop, or just going to places that have people and environments that really connect with your soul and your spirit. This can be a yoga class. This could be a cooking class. This could be rock climbing. Just being around other people or environments that support you, that can mentor and nurture your spiritual. And when I say spiritual, I'm not just, yes, I'm talking about your spiritual practice, but the spirit in you, Capricorn, really getting back to that. You have it with the Seven of Coins, and the Clarity Cups are the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands. The truth is, Capricorn, you've been feeling a little emotionally kind of bleh, bored or discontent, like, kind of the rigmarole. And when we get like that, we completely lose sight of what matters. We sometimes don't see the amazing opportunities in things. Does this mean you're never happy? No, of course not. But this is like with ourselves, like you're not kind of emotionally blah with yourself. And when you have it with that Four of Cups or Three of Wands, the universe is like, okay, we got to shake this up. The Seven of Coins is really putting in the time and the energy to start planning goals again, Capricorn, putting in the time and energy to be strategic. What do I want the future to hold? What am I trying to bring in? What are a little bit more of those long-term goals that I'm trying to get moving, instead of keeping them on the backward? Like, you know what? I'm going to finish that class I signed up for. I'm going to go, or I'm going to enroll in something, or I'm going to work on that business, or I'm going to work on that resume, whatever it is. Because when you have that Three of Wands, the future is so much more abundant and prosperous and joyful when you actually start taking action to prepare and receive it. So instead of kind of just being blasé, the universe is like, let's get going on this. Let's work on us. Let's fill our spiritual and emotional cup. Let's surround ourselves that kind of brings that spark back and let's get going. Okay, I'm going to get on it. I'm going to start planning this. I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to open that website. Really start laying that foundation. I love this, Capricorn. You have it with the 10 of Wands. That burnout that you've been feeling, that, and burnout, yes, it can be very literal. You know, you have way too many things on your plate, but burnout could also be people pleasing, like trying to do everything for everyone, not giving yourself the time that you need, Capricorn, and that's it. Especially if you're a parent or you run a large company or you have a lot of employees or people that just really pull from your energy and time. This month, you really are cutting it, prioritizing, turning things off, having, you know, very specific hours if it's your family, really putting boundaries for your alone time so you can really work on the things that you need. And when you have that Sun card, this is really about kind of going after these brilliant ideas that you have, really having that confidence in yourself and looking forward again to something joyful. Again, that could be goals, that could be visions, that could be things that you really want to create. If you're interested in doing a vision board, I'm going to be teaching that in my membership. That link is down below. We have that Page of Swords with the Ace of Cups, and this is also communicating and being honest with the people in our home. You know, this can be with our partner, our roommates, our family. This is like, look at, you've been asking too much. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, or you guys, like, I'm helping you guys, but you guys got to learn how to help yourselves. You're old enough, you can cook for yourself, or it's like, hey, you know what? I'm really trying to work on my project with your roommate, but your music is way too loud. Really kind of having the conversations that allow for streamlining and honesty so that you can move forward. If like this is putting too much time on, you know, or a boss might be saying, I need you to do this, but you're like, that's not in my brief, buddy, and you don't pay me overtime, so I'm not doing that. Do you know what I mean, Capricorn? I don't think you have any problem saying that. But this is really like, okay, I'm gonna have these conversations, get things going, and move it through so that I can give to myself, that I can nourish myself, that I can do my own self-growth, I can have my own personal goals and my own direction. You have it with the High Priestess. I love this because the universe is guiding you, again, to come back to yourself through meditation, through prayer, do that lucid sleep. You can do this through energy work. The High Priestess is getting into a space you can listen to yourself, and yourself is your higher self, Capricorn, your soul self, your divine aspect, in order to be guided, to have patience with yourself, Capricorn. You have the Five of Swords with the Dreamer. That Five of Swords is kind of like being in environments that can be your own mental environment that have just been a lot more negative or pessimistic or judgmental or critical recently. And it's like, you know what? I don't even like thinking like that. It's turning me into somebody that I'm not. You know, that can be the home life. That could be your work environment. Like, I don't like this. I don't want to be in environments that cause me to think this way. So either I can change my environment, or I need to have some conversations with the people in my environment to stop, you know, taking advantage of me or going against my boundaries. Like, you're going to have to take some actions here, Capricorn. You have it with the Six of Wands. This is necessary. The universe wants you to move out of these mental spaces, out of any toxic environments. This is not to condone toxic relationships. If anything, it might be to walk away with that Six of Wands on to the next, so you can kind of move forward into your next project and goal. And you have it with the Fool. I think all of this is happening, maybe a little, this overwhelm, you know, little fires to put out, because the universe wants you to just, like, you know what? Forget this. I'm done. I don't even want to do it like this. I am empty. I'm on E. I'm going to prioritize myself. I'm going to work on my own goals versus focusing on everybody else besides myself and meeting everybody else's deadlines and goals. And I'm going to have my own, and I'm going to meet my own, and I'm going to have these boundaries, and I'm going to have these conversations. I'm going to fill my own cup, and I'm going to feel joy again. And when you do all of that, Capricorn, it puts you on a beautiful new path. I love the Fool, because people think like, oh, you're silly for trying something new. No, you're intelligent for trying something new, because if you want something different, you got to do something different. And when you have this, you're following your dreams. You're following what feels right for you. And when you do that, the universe blesses you, Capricorn. It blesses you with unexpected opportunities and people and options. And it's going to kind of open up a whole new experience. And yeah, this can be a little uncomfortable, but maybe you've been procrastinating, and maybe for a good reason, but now it's time. You need your alone time, Capricorn. You need to really regroup, you know, put that spiritual and emotional energy back into your cup, reinvent yourself, have these new goals, and really focus on yourself. And that is not selfish, Capricorn. That's self-loving, because you cannot give from an empty cup. I hope this serves you. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading, my links are down below. Again, if you would like to do some more internal work, self-development, conscious work, classes, workshops, please check out my monthly membership. That link is down below. You get 7 days free just to see if it's something that resonates with you. Otherwise, Capricorn, I will see you next month for next month's readings. Take care.